Okay. Testing. Testing. Will anybody find this stream? Is the question. Stream. Welcome back. Okay, someone found it. We got one guy. Okay, we got a couple guys. Okay. I wonder if this will work. We're back. We're so back. Okay, let me try it. Let me update the chat log. There we go. Never been back. Never been more back. Okay. I think this will be okay. If it lags again, it's a lost cause. That's the thing. But I think we might be fine. Wow, the smoothness. I'm like not comfortable yet. I'm not getting too comfortable. We got to go like 10 minutes straight. No issues for me to feel good. It's honestly like not I was like, back when I first started streaming, I was like, the idea of ending the stream, like if something like that happened, it was catastrophic, and I was like, this is the worst day of my life. I should never live stream again. It's not a big deal. It's really not a big deal. Just go mess around with some wires, delete a few big files, and you're fine. You're fine, man. Watching 2 streams at once right now. Is there another? Are we good? I might delete that other stream, by the way. So if you're here, you're probably like, actually, never mind. I'm just not gonna. I think we're fine. I think we're good, man. Okay. Everybody, calm down. Calm down. We're good. Okay. I'm gonna blame the Nintendo Switch. Oh, man. Be careful, Marty Supreme is staring you down in the back. It's true. I'm really happy I have that. We're so back. No, keep the old stream. I'll keep the old stream. Yeah. That's history right there. That's history. You watching Pit Season 2? Just started it. Yep. Finally caught up. Enjoying it so far. Any plans for the Iron Lung movie, the Markiplier one? I keep forgetting that. We're back. I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just going to wait for it to happen again at this point. Yep, there it goes. It's going again. Are we even going to be able to do this today? Am I going to have to just, like, come back tomorrow and hope? I know, John's not even here, man. I should text John. Maybe we just need his... Oh, no, he texted me stream over. Carson's an old soul. Don't blame him for his lack of basic technology skills. I'm doing everything right. Do you understand the amount of, like, knowledge needed to set this whole thing up? To run a YouTube channel every week? It's at a certain point, it's not under your, like, it's not my fault, man. I'm trying my darndest. Don't ever call me an old soul. Saying all that while it's, okay, now we're gone. Give it a second. Today is not his day, and I really came in thinking it was my day. I got on like a new sweater, and like I was just like, today's gonna be fun, man. I can't wait. It's gonna be a good stream. It's not my stream. Maybe there's a known outage. Should I look this up? Won't even load. Guys, I might have to call the stream off. If you can even hear me. If anyone's out there. If anyone's out there, if you can hear me, I might have to call it, man. I'm like, this is pretty bad. I might have to like restart the router or something. See what that can do, or just look into the internet. We hear you. There, Karsten, there was a super chat you missed. Okay, I'll get around to it. Read to editor, thank you for the super chat. What were you saying about Alto Knights? Okay, don't even get me started on that, right? You're catching me at a vulnerable place. This is not the time to bring up my Alto Knights guess. This is crazy. Looks good to me. No, it's yellow again. I might need to go again, man. I might need to figure this out. Do an audio only stream? I mean, fuck it. Like, does this change anything? Does this change a single thing? Wait, we're good? We are legit here? I didn't go anywhere. I'm fine. I guess so. We're not going to do this. We're definitely not going to do this. I'll tell you that much. I do feel kind of comfortable behind the screen, though. It feels kind of nice to just talk and nobody can see you. Alpha Axel, thank you for the super chat. Call us K-pop the way the stream is golden now. Wait, it's decent? Of course it's decent. I'm not on the screen. Nothing. There is going to be no lag. This is going to be a completely normal stream. What is that? Hodarones, thank you for the super chat, or for the membership. Damn, this is insane. I agree. Nah, this still lagging? Are you serious? Oh... This is crazy. That person's trolling. They got to me. I'll own up to that. They got to me. Can we get the DVD logo going? That would honestly be kind of cool. If I could find... If anyone out there knows how to set that up, if we could get my logo to, like, do a DVD loading situation, that'd be a really good backup in times like these. Though I will say any movement will probably make the thing shut down. Maybe my camera quality is like too much, man. Maybe I need to like downsize the it's pretty low as is though. It's like pretty... Wait, I'm trying something out. Why is the color all fucked up? Okay, I dropped the quality of the... Maybe this will be better? Trying to stream 1080 is a bit ambitious, is it? But is it though? Now you're upside down? I fucking hate this community. This will be the last broadcast. This is how we go out. Solid so far. It actually is not too bad. That's called using your noggin. Is this stream getting put on Letterboxd? It would count as like a short film. The length we're going. This is insane. Okay, everything is blue. It would be really funny if like just some crazy issue popped up like that, and then we were all just like blue for some reason. Going out with Blade would be wild. I truly am blaming it on the fact that we're doing a Marvel movie this week. That's never again. It's not even technically it's technically a Marvel movie, but not a Marvel movie at the same time. Everything is blue and there is red lighting. No, it's gone. Oh, man. We made it a couple seconds. We made it a couple seconds before it shut us down. Are we back? Honestly, this has kind of turned into an iconic stream, all things considered. At a certain point, you just got to own it. At a certain point, this is what the stream is going to be. And you just got to lean into it, man. You can't run away from these things. Now your voice is gone? It was gone for a little bit. Honestly, it wasn't even gone. I was just kind of, you guys can't see me. I'm crying right now. Oh, no. It is fucked. That does make me weird. This is kind of a trial and error situation. We are realizing it is a video thing because when I switch to this, it's fine. There truly is no issue. If it becomes red again, then we know something's wrong. Any way to make call-ins work internationally? I'll figure that out once I learn how to do basic live streaming. No, it ain't. What if you speak in sign language? I think that would be actually the worst option because I don't think you guys would be able to see the sign language. Yeah, Cookie is here. Cookie is in chat. Going through this. I'm scared to check how many viewers we have. It's a lose-lose situation for me. If we have a lot, that's unfortunate. If we have very little, that's also unfortunate. Oh my god, we have... What? How many people are watching this? There's 156 people watching this right now. Why? This is the worst live stream of all time, man. This is more than we usually have, man. This is what are we doing here? Fuck. All right, does anybody have any questions? Go against the grain? Dude, yeah, what if we just fucking crank it? Well, let me rephrase that. What if we go full 4K with it? We're not going hard enough is the issue. Favorite soup? I love a chicken wild rice situation. Next question. This happens every stream, let's be real. Oh, it's 0 again. Okay, we're back. On my end, as soon as I said chicken wild rice soup, it shut down. I'm realizing anytime I drop a take, it punishes me, which is maybe part of this. I'm literally gonna go as long as I can. I'm gonna stall. I'm gonna fucking try to keep this as entertaining as possible until I literally run out of steam and we can't do it anymore. Carson, you do the Wordle? I did do the Wordle today. I had to switch. I've been like really kind of fucking up all these years. I've had my go-to, which was route, for a long time. Didn't realize that you can like look up if a word has been played already. And and the thing about Wordle is they will never play that word again. Looked it up. Route's been played. So, waste of a first guess. I haven't switched. I haven't found a new regular yet, though. I've been rocking Table for a while, but I'm 90% sure Table has been used. What movie do you think should be on Criterion that's not? Heartbreak Kid by Elaine May. We are in desperate need of a restoration for that. And it's one of her finest, man. It's one of her finest. Is Jeff here? I played GeoGuessr with Jeff yesterday. I even was like kind of thinking today, I was like, hey man, if everything's going smoothly, I could call up Jeff. We could play some GeoGuessr on stream. It's starting to look unlikely. The idea of having a Discord game and having a video on screen is all incredibly ambitious at the moment. That's a bit much. Favorite, the Pit character. I honestly, this actually might not be a hot take. It's Dr. Robbie. People got things against Dr. Robbie for some reason, but I'm like, let him do his job. Like, let him figure this out. Have you ever seen It's Always Sunny? I have. I would love to answer top Costco product, but it says that my stream is on the red zone right now, so I'm not sure if... I realize, like, if I stop talking, people will think it's out again, but I'm actually here the whole time. So I need to keep talking. As soon as it goes silent, people go, oh no. It's lagging again. Is it like... I see. Okay, so I don't think it's the video, I'm realizing. Maybe I restart my router? I'm gonna keep... Should I restart the stream in that case? That's what I'm saying. I can't be lagging if there's nothing to see. No, they were valid. They were not trolling. I have the health bar up. I know how we're doing. I know exactly when things crash. Carson, there's no lag. It's literally black and white. Third tries the charm. It just might be. I've run out of options. I'm even rocking the Ethernet cable, by the way. The Ethernet cable's in. So it's literally like, I don't know how that's... Yeah, man, let's put on some light elevator music. That's not a bad idea, actually. Kind of into that. I think they're hacking you. Something's up for sure. Why isn't it showing up, man? What is going on? I like when the USB cable didn't work. You still there? I am still there. God damn it. Can't you hear the clicking of the mouse? Is that not enough? Do I need to do more? This is insane, man. This is actually insane. Okay. How do I add this to the damn... Oh my god. You're talking backwards now? Stream off your phone hotspot? I will actually try that. So the iPhone hotspot made it a lot worse. it actually almost completely crashed the stream. So any sane person would have given up. I mean, we're kind of rocking a steady viewership right now. I think people are going to start leaving once they realize that this is what it's going to be probably. This is it's about as good as it gets. Okay, yeah, people are dropping. I'm actually not that offended by that. Okay. Listen, I think I might call it, to be honest with you. I mean, I'll see if I can like restart the router or something. But this is getting kind of rough. I'm not gonna lie. Let me switch back one more time. Just maybe it's done. Maybe it's done. Nope. Now it's pissing me off. I mean, it says green for now. We might be good. Yeah, I need to put on some like light background music just to give like even if it's still choppy, who cares? It's going good. Should we just power through? Should we just power through? Don't touch anything. Yeah, you're right. You're right, actually. We definitely ain't good. I mean, guys, I got a whole new video out. You know, you can go watch that. Birdcage it is. We're not watching the Birdcage next week. I like the Birdcage, but we're not watching the Birdcage next week. Let's talk next week's movie if we have to leave. Yeah. I know. I'm aware that there's going to be lag, by the way. You guys don't need to say it. I know that we're probably not even here right now. But let's throw out a couple nominations. I'm ever gonna make a Cassavetes ranked? Maybe one day. I would watch a Cassavetes next week. I'd throw that in. Happy Together. I'm down. Yeah. I'm down for that. Okay. Happy Together. Float, thank you for the super chat. Add Everybody Wants Some by Linklater to the poll. That's actually a good idea. That's an essential. I'm not just doing this because it's a super chat. I'm seriously, I don't, that's not how this works. But I genuinely like that recommendation because I've never seen it and it's an essential Linklater hangout. So I might add that. Everybody Wants Some. Happy Together. Anemone? No. Amores Perros? Fireworks? Titan AE? Great Dictator? I mean, I would be down for Great Dictator. I'm into the Cassavetes idea, actually. That kind of piqued my interest. Millennium Actress? Is anyone fucking with The Firm? What if I put down The Firm? Opening night would be my pick for Cassavetes if we did that. Okay, I'm going to start writing it out. Oh, what a stream. What a lovely stream. I know we didn't get to talk about Blade. I mean, we could still talk about Blade. This is this is about what Blade deserves. I'm kidding. It was a good movie. All right. Next week. You know what? To make it up for you, this week's will be and actually because it'll be a public poll, I'll just throw it in the chat. Just because of what this week ended up being. I'm sorry to the members, but please understand we're going to make an exception this week just because of the circumstances. Next week. Happy Together. Opening night. It was not a good movie. There's a lot that I really liked about Blade. There's a lot that was not very good. disappointingly. But there was a lot of it where I was like, there were multiple moments where I was like, we need to study the texts. We need to get back to this because something went horribly wrong in this genre for us to end up where we are now. It's not going to be fireworks, man. I'm sorry. I gotta open us up to new options. It can't be Titan A. It can't be fireworks. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, which I've never seen. And some. Happy Together, opening night, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Everybody wants some. Pull us up. It's never been fireworks. It will be fireworks one day. I promise you. I promise you. Don't give up hope. This is how we all end up happy, man. Like, I'm sorry if yours didn't get nominated, but this is how we do it. Is like, you guys get to throw out options. So there's freedom there. But I want some choice at the end of the day. And so I get to pick which 4 I'd be down for and that I consider to be interesting movies to talk about. Like, I need to have some authority here. And so these are the 4 that I've picked. And then I bounce it back to you guys, and you guys get to pick which of the 4. And that's the beautiful thing about it. So no one can get mad when a movie gets picked because I'm like, well, you voted for it. I think it's a pretty solid system, to be honest. Oh, man. What a stream. What a disaster this was. Holy shit. I was so excited for today, man. I really was. I had GeoGuessr booted up. I had to close it because I was like, maybe that's it. Maybe that's what's doing this to us. I don't know what went wrong. It's still messing up, by the way. As chill as it is now, we're in the acceptance period of the process. Where I'm like, well, that's just how it goes some weeks, I guess. What rank are you in GeoGuessr? Let me look that up. It'll probably crash the stream, just looking this up, but let me check. Oh, yeah, it's not even... Oh, my God. I'm going to blame this on Los Angeles, by the way. This never used to happen in fucking Chicago. The internet in Chicago was not a problem, but here, I'm like, what is wrong? Why is this happening? Oh my God, the lag is insane, man. I can't even. I'm level 61. No, but my rank is. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. This is your best stream yet. I'm so mad. I can't even check. Oh, no. There it is. My current rating in ranked duels is 704. My rating in ranked team duels, 647. It's me and Jeff. It hasn't lagged much. I know. We're actually kind of cooking. I'm not going to lie. I'm not trying to get... Every time I get excited, it lags. So I'm literally trying to not do that. Do a Spike Lee ranked. Spike Lee's in the list of directors I want to rank. I am really... I think before I go any further, because I've gotten several genuine requests for it, I have genuinely considered it, and I've talked about this before. I know it's streaming, by the way. Oh my God, horses on YouTube. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the very generous super chat in what is a disastrous stream. Thank you. Hey, Carson, I get a lot of great movie recs from you. Thank you for your work, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I thank you for that. It cheered me up for sure. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I really want to do a re-rank of Martin Scorsese with Kundun and New York, New York, and Killers of the Flower Moon added. And then after that, I'm really in the mood to do Akira Kurosawa ranked. That's gonna be really fun. Steven Spielberg rank should be done. After Disclosure Day, I'm open to it. I always get so, it's always a little annoying, and this has happened with most of the filmmakers I've done, like PTA and Denis Villeneuve and Christopher Nolan. I'm like, there's like they've put out like their all timers after I've done the ranks. Like the fact that Oppenheimer is not in the Christopher Nolan rank is a bummer. Let's check in on the poll. We're looking at Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, 37%. Opening night, 28%. Happy Together, 21%. Everybody Wants Some, 14%. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Zemeckis ranked. I think that would genuinely be a really fun video, to be honest. I'm not opposed to that. Crazy you can't do a Fincher re-ranked. I would consider it, but also not a whole. Fincher's pretty locked in. Like that's a ranking off memory that I don't really have a lot of different thoughts on. I'm like, that is what it is. It's gonna be Social Network at the top. It's gonna be Mank near the bottom, and that's fine. Stream seems all right now. I know that we're kind of good. We could like maybe talk about Blade a little bit. We're chugging along, I will say. We are making do. What is your favorite bad movie? My favorite, like the one that I have a thing for Madam Web. I really I'm charmed by it. And I also like Dakota Johnson. And I like that it's a superhero movie that just kind of forgets that it's a superhero movie at a certain point. Like, it's so stupid and doesn't work in any way. But, like, there's something, like, really funny about it. Like, I like that. I will take a Madam Web any day over, like, a red one, you know? So, I like... That's, like, a recent example. Swiped by Noah Centineo will always live on in my mind as like one of the most, probably one of the worst things I'll ever see in my life. Really bizarre movie, that thing. Read to editor, thank you for the super chat. Sorry for the Alto Night super chat earlier. Just jumped on stream when the issues were happening. Keep up the great work. Thank you for the super chat, and no offense taken. It is completely fine. I'm surprised more people haven't reached out because I kept being like, check in on me. And then a couple of you did. But I think most people were just assuming that was not going to happen. So they... But I will say I was pretty close. Why Shyamalan ranked for April Fools? Why April Fools? It's a genuine rank. That's one of our most interesting filmmakers. I don't know what the... Now, an April Fool's joke would be The Last Airbender being number one on it, but... What about F My Son? First person to ask me about it. I saw that movie this week. The full title is Fuck My Son. I had heard a lot about it at TIFF and was very curious about it at TIFF. But then when it came out, it had like some of the worst reviews I've ever seen from a festival film. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I mean, I will say it wasn't as like empty or as like just shittily made as I thought it would be. I mean, there's some real like craft on display there, especially with some of the like trippier dissolve scenes. I mean, it's basically like a big Adult Swim feature length film, is the tone. And it's certainly disgusting and goes a bit too far at times, but that's like what it's trying to do. That's the point. I am in the camp of people where the excessive use of generative AI in the film was a huge turnoff and felt really, I mean, obviously it was making a commentary on the use of AI and the hell that we live in. And, I'm sort of there with it. I can't really justify it at the end of the day though. I was like, even if it is the point, it still is there and looks terrible. And even if it's supposed to look bad, it just felt really, I don't know, just rubbed me the movie. Though I think it's better. It's more like interesting than I think people have been, chalking it up as. Also, I do want to watch Shortcuts. I have the Criterion. I've always wanted to watch Shortcuts. What do you think of To Be or Not to Be? Well, I was getting there before I got cut off by the stream, but I really liked it. I think it's Lubitsch's best movie. Some of the best comedic setups I've ever seen. Some of the best delivered punchlines and a really kind of... I mean... It's funny that we were talking about Doctor Strangelove semi-recently as far as, like, movies, specifically comedies, that process just horrible leadership and a crumbling society through comedic filmmaking. This is, like, that before Doctor Strangelove. Like, this, if movies today owe everything to Doctor Strangelove, like, that owes everything to this, like... If we want to take it another step back, it's like this is like the blueprint and kind of the best possible version of it. Like I was really kind of blown away by it. I mean, every time I watch an Ernst Lubitsch movie, I'm just completely swept away by what he's doing. I mean, the way his dialogue just flies off the screen is it's just so captivating. And I mean, anyone who's a fan of obviously like Wes Anderson, I think pulls a lot from him. You know, there's a lot of Succession in there. But yeah, no, I thought it was hilarious. And I mean, it just kind of hit really well today too. I mean, and by today I mean like this week. Like there was something cathartic about watching something like that and being able to like laugh about it that I needed to watch. You've never seen Shortcuts? No, man. It's one that's like I keep waiting for like the right night to get into it. Reminded me of The Great Dictator. So it made me want to watch The Great Dictator for that reason. I was like, damn, maybe I finally need to get around. It feels crazy to watch like both those movies so back to back. But also maybe I should watch them for that reason. Karsti, I hate to admit it, but the stream was better with the lag. I mean, you're probably right. It's probably more entertaining than anything we've done in a while, but I'm not bummed that it's not happening. I'm pretty happy that we're at least a little on track here. What is Red Rooms? Red Rooms is it's a like true crime cyber horror thriller procedural that came out last year. I mean, it came out in 2023 technically, but got distributed in 2024. Last year is in 2024. It's a French-Canadian film, and it's one of the craziest things I've ever seen. I was blown away by it. Not just as like someone who has been searching for the right internet movie for years, which this is that movie. I didn't want to sound dramatic. I was going to make this my Letterboxd review when I first logged it, but I was like, no, that's crazy to say. But now that some time has passed, I'm like, no, that is the movie I've been searching for the last like 5-10 years. I'm like, this is what it is like to be on the internet. This is what true crime has done to us. This is what it feels like. This is like how scary and claustrophobic it feels. This is how mind-numbing it feels. Like everything about it is just insanely well executed and really visceral. And it made me feel like I was going insane, man. And that's, gosh, I can't remember the last time a movie made me feel like that. I mean, there's a scene near the back of, I mean, it uses the still that's used in the promotional images a lot, but it's like when that shot finally pops up in the movie and like everything is red and that there's this use of sound that just like completely swallows you whole in the film. It's just, it's the coolest shit ever. And God, man, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I've just felt really not scared, or I guess the better way of saying it is I haven't been surprised by a horror movie in a while because of how good horror movies got, because of this boom that happened in like the mid 2010s to like early 2020s. Like we were getting a lot of really like new iconic styles of horror, and it feels like and that's great. Love those movies, but it feels like everything has been riding the coattails of these films for a while. I'm talking like Hereditary, The Babadook, The Witch, the usual movies we're always talking about. Pearl, throw it in there. But Red Rooms was like finally something just really disturbing and unsettling and patient. Like I thought it respected the viewer quite a bit. So I was really into it, and there's like so much more to unpack about it that I'm still kind of working through in my mind. It's a subject that I am like so fascinated by, and I loved it so much. It immediately shot up. I'm like, that was the best movie of that year for sure, even if I didn't see it that year. Unfortunately, I really regret that. Is Red Rooms or Spree better? Come on. I love Spree. I have a lot of respect for Spree. Red Rooms is like the better version of it. And also there's many different ways of doing the internet movie. Like Red Rooms and 8th Grade are two very good movies about the internet, but 8th Grade is obviously a very different take on it. Spree is kind of similar. Spree is more in line, but also takes a much more, leans into like the brain rot a bit more. But that's the thing about Red Rooms is like, even if it's a bit more restrained, it actually feels like my brain is rotting away while watching it. Like it's so apocalyptic and dystopian, and just, I thought it was amazing, man. Red Rooms over Oppenheimer? I don't know. Very different movies, kind of. I've never seen Nerve. Scott here, did we talk about Blade yet? We haven't talked about Blade yet. I guess we should cover it before we get too deep into this. I watched Cloud yesterday. Cloud, another one. So Cloud is like what I was like, we're getting there. We're getting there. And of course, like if any filmmaker is going to make a great internet movie, it's going to be Kiyoshi Kurosawa. He's been doing it since like the 90s. So I was like, of course he's going to do a good job at it, but Red Rooms is just cuts a little bit deeper. And it's also specific to true crime, for the record, and like the dark web and whatnot. But still, is The Rip good? The Rip is worth watching if you're a fan of either of those lads, as in Ben Affleck or Matt Damon. Like if I thought I did a pretty good job last stream when I said, if you look at the poster for The Rip, if it looks like something you'd be into, then for sure. If you're not sold on it off the poster, then like don't even bother, because it's gonna be that. It's, it's a clever little like whodunit situation, but pretty in one ear out the other. It scratches an itch if you've been like waiting for that kind of B action movie That's a good way of putting it. I mean, it is those kinds of movies that aren't trying to be anything more than what they are, and that is the kind of stuff that like really interests Ben Affleck these days, and I like that about him. It's a kind of movie that's become much more appealing in recent years for whatever reason, even if they're not great movies. That said, The Rip kind of reminds you why these aren't like, I don't know, going any further than they do. Because there's only so far you can go before it starts to feel really stupid. But I don't know. There's a lot to like about it. It's competently shot. It's well directed. And the guys are all good. But I was fine with the violence in The Rip, but they said the F word too much. Dude, I mean, I said this a little bit in the last stream. Like, I'm not that guy, but I'm on the same page. I was like, this is a bit much. We should talk about Blade. We should. Okay. This week, the chat voted on Blade. When did it come out again? Definitely the 90s. 1998. It's directed by Stephen Norrington. It stars Wesley Snipes, notably, as well as Chris Christopherson and a couple others that I'm forgetting. It is technically a Marvel movie. It's a Marvel character. I'm not super caught up on like the history of Blade. I didn't know if it was going to be that interesting to uncover all of that, but there's been a lot of I'm a little even foggy about like what's going on with Blade these days. There was going to be a new Blade movie, right? And then there wasn't, but then he was in Deadpool Wolverine, which I didn't see, but he's back, but he's not. I don't really know what's going on anymore. I think they shelved the new one. Am I wrong? And we can get into that in a second, like how we feel about a new Blade movie. But yeah, this original one is kind of, I mean, it's a bit of a classic to some people. It's an essential I mean, if you want to see 90s filmmaking on full display, this is it. It just off the style. It really takes you back to that time. And if you didn't know, it's like kind of a superhero movie feels like a stretch. It's more of a vampire movie. Vampire action crime superhero movie. It's been shelved for basically no reason. Noted. The synopsis reads, a half-mortal, half-immortal is out to avenge his mother's death and rid the world of vampires. The modern-day technologically advanced vampires he is going after are in search of his special blood type needed to summon an evil god who plays a key role in their plan to execute the human race. That's what we're working with here. There are other Blade films. Blade 2, notably directed by Guillermo del Toro, I'm pretty sure. Never seen it. This was my introduction to Blade, just to get that out there. I'm pretty sure the brief backstory stuff that I did read into involved Morbius. I also never saw Morbius. Like, this is, you guys know, this is not a world that I'm very clued into. But what are Blade's traits? Does he have any? His traits are being cool as fuck, simply. That's really all there is to it, man. And that's a really interesting part about this movie is that, like, sure, I mean, maybe it's different watching it as a fan of Blade or as, like, someone who read, like, the comics or, like, is familiar with the character, but if you're going into this movie blind, which I did pretty much, you don't really get a good idea of who Blade is off the top. I mean, they do a decent job. Like, they show his backstory, what happened with his mother, how he came to be, why he's trying to, hunt down these vampires. But, like, he's a pretty, he doesn't talk a whole lot. When he does, it's, like, the coolest one-liner ever. But he just kind of comes out the gate swinging. He looks really cool. He looks really good while he's doing it. And that's really all you need here. I mean, that's like for a movie that I think has a lot of really slow, low points, a lot of dull moments. I don't think it was missing more backstory to Blade. Like, that's not what I needed out of this. Like, that's not what was wrong. and we'll talk about what was actually wrong later. But like as far as his development goes and like what Blade's traits are and who he is as a character, it's like I think Wesley Snipes' portrayal of him is so good, and the the way he moves, the choreography, the attitude, it's all so strong that I don't really think you need much else in the grand scheme of things. So that's how I feel about the character, at least, is that I was on board off the get. Like, it's a vibe movie for sure. It is a vibe movie, and it's like really crazy to see. I know I'm gonna keep describing it as a Marvel movie, even though it's technically not. But like, it's really crazy to see this kind of movie be a vibe movie, and at the same time feel so reliant on plot, which is what holds it back, in my opinion. Do you think it's campy? Yeah. I mean, I don't really know. I think the term camp has been redefined over the years, and no one really knows what it means. So it's kind of up to you what campy means. As far as like my definition of it, this would fit into it, aspects of it certainly. But I don't know. It's not really. If it's unintentionally camp, is it camp? Like, is that? Because a lot of it had to come down to like the CGI and like the deaths and some of the fight scenes. I mean, but like part of it is intentional, part of it is like a product of its time. So I don't really. That's a tough question. Off the bat though, I think I was mostly sold on this character without much backstory because of the opening blood rave scene, which I knew about before this. It's the only thing I really knew about this film, and it's why I've been pushing for this film for weeks on the broadcast to get voted on. I now see, having seen it, I understand why people were confused, because it's not what I chalked it up as being. It's not what I thought it was going to be. But that scene, that opening scene is as good as it gets. I mean, watching that, I was like, this might be a 5-star film. Like, I don't know how this is ever going to ruin this. And it did. But the Blood Rave is a perfectly edited, perfectly cut film or scene, perfectly shot. The way he enters, the fighting that ensues after the fact. You found the Blood Rave scene horrible in what way? I don't know how you could not. It's the perfect setup. The music is great. Like, I feel like a lot of movies, and I mean, this is just because it's from the 90s, so maybe its tendencies are a bit better, but like, I feel like a lot of rave scenes in movies, the music is just super off. It's very rare when I see a rave scene in a film where I'm like, oh yeah, this feels like a rave. Like, Baby Girl was a good rave scene. I was like, this feels loud and crazy and like you're getting swallowed by a wave of sound. This is another great example. This is probably the best rave scene I've ever seen in a movie. And it's just because the music's really good, but it also just like prioritizes that in the mix, which I think is important. There's a great use of light. I mean, there's plenty of strobe. The cinematography, the use of close-ups and inserts is like really carefully used. Otis the Beefy one, thank you for the super chat. Love the work, bro. Would recommend The Harder They Come if you haven't seen it. Jamaican film classic. Also, All That Money Can Buy too. Thank you for the Rex. Appreciate that. I don't know if I've seen a lot of Jamaican cinema, if I'm going to be honest with you. I've never even heard of that one that you recommended, but I will definitely check it out. Thank you for the super chat. Over Surat? Well, Surat is like... Surat's like a different story. Surat is a good... Definitely up there. It feels like... I mean, there's a difference between like an outdoor rave and like an underground warehouse rave, which in this case feels a lot closer to what Blade is doing. And I think it's very cool to see just this kind of movie get it right and use like the kinds of resources that often accompany this kind of movie. Like, to see that executed properly is just, I mean, that's all you could really ask for. Also, I exclude climax because that's not so much a rave as like it's just a dance party. It feels different. The Testament of An Lee has some scenes that are pretty close to rave scenes. That is true. It's actually, yes. And like the use of sound in An Lee is also very good. I gotta rewatch An Lee. Can you, without spoilers, explain why Surat is so divisive? The places they shoot Surat in are kind of, as far as I know, I'm a little clued out to like the details of this, but as far as I know, it was a bit of a ethically questionable as to whether or not they should be shooting in these places, and there's a sort of vagueness in the movie as far as like how it feels about raves taking place where it does, and like some of the like political unrest in these areas. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I fully know the scope of it, but from what I've read, that is what a lot of people see. And on top of that, people also are just kind of writing it off as maybe just edgy for the sake of being edgy, which that's not really spoiling it, but I think that's as far as I can go with that. People just think it's like a bit of an empty movie. I've seen it being chalked up as like a parody of like European art house filmmaking, which is silly. I disagree. I think there's a lot going on in Surat, and I also think it doesn't really need to spell out how it feels about these characters and the film itself being shot in these locations. Like, I think it is kind of commenting on it in a way in the film, but to explain how, I would need to spoil it. I think some of I don't put it past anybody for being like really upset at it, or for feeling like it's maybe not saying much, or that we don't really like need this kind of movie. But at the same time, I think the level of craftsmanship that makes it what it is just breathtaking, and one of the strongest films I've seen this year. Have you seen a Mizoguchi movie? I don't. Let me check. Yeah, I've seen Ugetsu and Street of Shame. Both of which I really liked. I actually was not as into Street of Shame as I thought I would be. Like, I thought it would be a much more interesting take on its subject matter of like sex workers and whatnot, but I feel like I was a little tapped out. But maybe I just need to rewatch. But I really liked Ugetsu. Anyway, Blade. As a vampire movie, very strong. I'm usually like, I mean, I can't think of a lot of, I mean, obviously there's Sinners, but like, I can't think of a ton of vampire movies that I typically gel with that hard. Like, I was on the fence about Sinners and then ended up loving it. And this feels very unlike a lot of vampire movies that I've seen. I guess I really liked Only Lovers Left Alive, which is technically a vampire movie. And I can get down with Twilight, but like, I do love how unique this feels to that genre. Like, it really paints it out as into being like this supernatural world that goes like very deep, and it feels like much grander than most vampire movies I've seen, which typically feel pretty contained to these whatever the main characters are. I mean, that's just the fact that it's a Marvel movie technically, but like, I love the world of the movie. I was going to talk a little bit about the style and how some people say that this really influenced The Matrix, which is maybe not crazy to say. Like, I don't know how much has been how confirmed that is, if the Wachowskis have ever spoken up about that. Matrix only came out like a year after this, so the timeline is a bit tight for that to be the case. But I could see it. I could see it. Maybe it's just aggressively 90s and everything kind of felt like that at the time. But it certainly has a lot of like Matrix isms here and there with its like dark underworld qualities and like the sunglasses clearly. Um but I mean that's to put it to cut to the chase, like probably my favorite part about this film is the amount of texture in the like just the atmosphere of the movie. I mean, this feels so detailed and so carefully laid out. Like they put a lot of attention into like the world of this film and like the way Blade sees the world, and it's incredibly it's just incredibly detailed, which is something that's worth bringing up just because I feel like a lot of Marvel movies and like superhero movies and even just a lot of movies in general today just don't have this level of attention to their like production design or the way they sound or the way they're cut together. And this thing just, there's like such a, almost sometimes to a ridiculous amount. Like there's always just some newspaper flying around in the shot no matter where they are, which is silly at a certain point, but also I'm just like, yes, pay attention to like what's in the air. Like give us a sense of like, I don't know, what the weather is like what the streets are covered in, like I don't know, what the sky looks like, what the ocean sounds like in the back, how the wind comes in. Like they're thinking about all of these things, which is they went way harder in that regard than they had any reason to for a movie like Blade. But when you do that, you just paint out such a rich soundscape and world to exist. Like even if the movie is a little boring, even if the plot isn't really gripping me, which it certainly didn't for a good chunk of this, admittedly, I was still there because I just loved being in this world. I found it really, really captivating in that way. Wesley Snipes also kind of goes hand in hand with the production design as far as like highlights. I mean, I am not super clued in to the Wesley Snipes filmography. I've seen a couple films, but this is obviously like one of his most iconic and defining roles. Many people say it's like he was born to play Blade. Like when you think of Wesley Snipes, I think a lot of people think of Blade. There's a reason. I mean, he just fucking kills it as this character. I mean, everything about it feels so natural and lived in. Like he feels like he understands every footstep of this character and every line delivery. I mean, there's not that many line deliveries, but the ones that there are just fucking insane. Like the ice skating uphill one is just, it's an all-timer. But yeah, I thought he was incredible, and it made me want to check out more Wesley Snipes movies. I'm probably gonna watch the rest of the Blade movies, if I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I want to see what Guillermo del Toro would do with this. Some people say it's better. I don't know if that was a bit in chat, but some people say it's better. But yeah, and I heard the third one's kind of rough, but who's to say? Anyway, I've been beating around the bush. Don't bother with the third one. Okay, noted. I've been beating around the bush of what doesn't work about this movie. I wasn't as crazy about this as I wanted to be because there are like big chunks of it that just feel really phoned in, for lack of a better term. Even if like the world is a vibe and like Wesley Snipes is amazing, the actual plot here feels a little boring, a little flat. You kind of like are pitched, once you like figure out what the premise is, you're like, okay, that sounds exciting. Like we're trying to prevent a blood god from happening, and like that sounds insane, and I can't wait to see where this goes. And then it's just kind of like a bit of a cat and mouse thing of like trying to reach the other side, and then they can't reach them, and then they have to go here, and like they spend a lot of time like dealing with the vampire hierarchy and like the power roles. And I'm just like, there's a movie where that kind of stuff really flies and works really well, where this like kind of hunting down and like inner workings of like the power dynamics of these kinds of supernatural structures like that could be so cool, but like in a movie like Blade, that is just not what I wanted out of this. I wish there was more violence, frankly. Like I wish there was more fighting, a bit more room for Wesley Snipes to like explore the character than he does, because I mean he spends a lot of the movie just kind of walking around, which is, I don't know, it just came off a little disappointing considering how high the highs of this film are, like the blood rave or like the final scene, or like the subway scene, which was incredible. It's stuff like that where it's like you could argue that the CGI and the VFX look incredibly dated and look really bad, but I will say there's like a certain like poppiness and like give no shits attitude to some of that stuff that is really charming to look at. I mean, it's bright and it's vibrant, and you can see the edges of like the rotoscope and where things don't line up. And you know, that's nowadays obviously like that would be unacceptable to a lot of people, and I understand. Like it would be weird to see that in a Marvel movie. That said, I think it looks fun. Like it kind of, even if it was unintentional because it's just how the technology was back then, I take that any day over just like muddy CGI where you can't even tell what's going on. Like I understood that guy was being burned alive, and it was an interesting visual. A daywalker tends to walk a lot. That's a fair point. That is a fair point. I guess I got my ass handed to me with that one. But yeah, it's a movie where it's like, you know, there's a much more interesting, much more insane, like Wesley Snipes driven film somewhere in here that I think would have been way more interesting than what we got, which is like a pretty standard like action crime vampire film that feels really held back in trying to like, I don't know, build out a universe or like try and make it, I guess it spends a lot of time trying to make this main antagonist more of a character than he is, who he's not bad. I forget the actor's name. But it's just not nearly as interesting as watching Blade like navigate the world. So anyway, No Way Home over Blade. What are we doing, man? That's just not even true. It is crazy. This feels small, but I also know like it was a different time. The budget was $45 million on this. Box office $131 million. It had disastrous test screenings apparently, but was clearly like a hit. People clearly vibed with it. Kind of made Wesley Snipes into an even bigger star. There was a Kubrick cameo too, but they cut it out. You're messing with me. No Way Home over Aftersun. Everyone is saying it. I guess, man. That doesn't make me change my opinion at all, though. I'll go against the grain on that one. I'm playing. I was like, that's crazy. I gave this a 3.5 at the end of the day. I wanted it to be better, but the highs of the film are like some of the coolest shit I've ever seen. I would watch it. I'd probably watch it again. I kept thinking of how fun it would be to see this in like a theater, if that ever happens. There was a Blade screening like in LA not too long ago, and I was like, fuck, that would have been great. It'd probably be a lot better with a crowd, but yeah, I enjoyed it. I apologize for trying to get us to watch this movie for so long, and it just ended up being kind of fine. But you know what? I think it is interesting to look at as far as like what a Marvel movie used to be in those days, to look at how far we've come, to look at what is essentially like the most iconic Wesley Snipes performance to a lot of people. I mean, I don't think it was a mistake watching this. Would you watch it with your parents? You could watch it with your parents, but it's not like, yeah, there's a couple raunchy things here and there. It's also pretty violent. It's not an issue in our family, but I don't think my parents would like it. It's not their kind of vibe. Anyway, let's check in on the poll for next week's movie. It's looking like we're probably going to watch Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Happy Together at 24%, Opening Night 20%, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon 41%, Everybody Wants Some 14%. I will put these movies back in the running someday because I do really want to watch the other three, but it's looking pretty likely that it's going to be Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Okay, I'm going to take a quick break, and when I get back, we're going to attempt to play a game. I don't know if that's going to end up happening, but I will be right back. We're back. We're back. All right. How has the lag been? Are we... Is it decent? Oh, no, it's not. It's definitely not. I don't know what to do. How do you feel about people who sail the seas to watch movies? Everybody can do what they want, man. That's their life. I got nothing. I mean, it's a complicated issue, I suppose. But if that's what you do, that's what you do. Sometimes it's the only option, as far as I know. Stream has been okay for a while now. I don't believe you. It's 0 right now. It is not very good right now, I don't think. If you stop talking about Blade, the stream will explode. The ending when he goes to Moscow is pretty good. Does he actually spend Blade 2 in Moscow? Is that what that is implying? It is kind of a funny ending. I don't mean to actually keep talking about Blade, but it is funny that it also gets away not only with him not having much of an introduction as a character, but it works. But it also is like, this is obviously like a stretch, but he kind of ends the movie the same way he started the movie. It's like he doesn't really have much of an arc. It's more of like a full circle. What's your favorite scene? I mean, it's the blood rave. I don't know how it can't be. Okay. This might be a disaster. This could be really bad. We are going to give it our best shot. We're going to try GeoGuessr. And, you know, whatever happens, happens. I'm not optimistic, That's what I will say. Give me 1 second while I set it up. What Best Picture nomination do I force my parents to watch tonight? They've only seen one battle after another. Because Marty Supreme's not an option. What do they watch? Come on. If we're talking forced, like they'll trust you with anything, like show them it was just an accident. It's on streaming right now. It's actually for a pretty good deal too. They might be down with it. I guess that's not a Best Picture nominee. Whew. That just hit me. Maybe not. Train Dreams is pretty likable. One second. What's going on here? F1 is a good dad movie. You don't gotta. That's not one you gotta really like force them to watch. They'll probably be happy to watch that. Like if you want to put them onto some shit that like they were never gonna check out themselves. That's why I'm like, Sentimental Value is kind of a good one. I'm sorry. I'm trying to adjust it so that my camera is within the little border I set up. Nothing ever goes right anymore. Motherfucker. Oh, come on. Oh, man. Maybe I am Unk. Maybe I can't do technology. Maybe I am a little rough with the tech stuff. Hey, at least it's less laggy. I agree. Okay. Let's see if this works. GeoGuessr. Guys, thank you for sticking with me through this stream. This is not how it was supposed to go. But we've made it work. Why isn't why is it not showing up on the actual stream? What? What's going on? This is crazy. This is actually like blowing my mind. It's supposed to be on the screen. It's okay, Gramps, we're patient. I'll figure it out. What the fuck is going on? Oh, there it is. Okay. This is going to be really bad. Okay, let's just run it though. Let's run it. It's like so laggy. So laggy, but that's fine. We can pretend to see it. Okay, so far so good actually. So far we're fine. It's a little slow, but okay. GeoGuessr, but with movie locations. There should be a map. Trust me, I'm trying to find a way to make this more movie related. Fucking, I can't see like the crucial details, man. That's Ohio. It's definitely not Ohio. I'll tell you that much. Casa Amsterdam, but it's definitely not Amsterdam. Okay, I'm at a disadvantage here. I can't really see the other side of this unless I maybe move, which I have the option to. Okay, now it's just black. Oh my god. Okay, take us home. Okay, refresh the page. I was set up to fail. Rejoin, man. Okay, we're back. Everything's fine. The stream is somehow not crashing. The people are saying it's Ohio. It's not Ohio. I'm gonna go Nigeria. I don't think it's Nigeria. It's totally like Brazil. By the way, it's definitely Brazil. Just looked it up. It's Ohio. It was Brazil. Is this McDonald's Wi-Fi? No, it's way worse than that. This is something much lower. Jesus Christ. Okay, we might not be able to do this. This is fascinating. This is not working in a way that I wasn't expecting. I thought we were going to just have a crashy stream, but I can't even see the map, which is a much bigger issue. Fuck it. It's not happening today. It's just not happening today. Oh my God. Crash out over the map game is certainly a moment. It was getting to that point. We were like 7 seconds off from having a crash out over that. I am having a crash. It's happening as we speak. But I'm like holding it in. But it's inside of me, okay? Fuck. No, we're not doing Cine to Nerdle. We can't do anything. It's because I stopped talking about Blade. We could try running the call-ins. How could that get? Okay. Make sure it's not on the fucking stream this time. You doing good? We all have bad days. I was having a good day is the problem. Surely that can't break too. You would be surprised. There's a chance it breaks. Okay. If you guys are new here, we have been recently doing call-ins where you can call this number that's on the screen right now, and I will leave you, and if you leave me a voicemail saying what you're looking for in a movie based on your top fours or anything else you're looking for, I will give you a movie recommendation on stream. Are you aware you were including the GeoGuessr iceberg? Somebody did send that to me. Yeah, that was crazy. From like okay, I gotta say, quick tangent. That was crazy because it was like an old ass GeoGuessr stream that I'm pretty sure is not available on my Twitch anymore. I was like, how the fuck did they find this? I'm pretty sure that VOD is like, you can't find it anymore. So I don't know what happened there. Maybe they just like recorded it at the time back in like the pandemic, but it is pretty crazy. I'm not like actually in the iceberg. It was just a clip of me for the iceberg. But anyway, this is the call-in. Let's see how this goes. I don't have time to screen this, so we are just going to run it, see what happens.
Hey, Karsti. This is my name's Kyle.
Hello, Kyle.
Live in Michigan right now, and we're really snowed in. But it's my birthday, and
Happy
I
birthday.
was looking for a recommendation for a film to watch tonight. Something kind of short and sweet, maybe a little goofy, kind of lighthearted. Maybe a movie you like to watch on your birthday. I just watched your Coen Brothers films, and I'm gonna go with Burn After Reading if I don't get this picked. But something in that vein. I also like movies that look really pretty or just have kind of like a chill vibe to them. Like I really love Dazed and Confused. But I'm also not shy from like a dark comedy or a drama. I was also debating watching like Moonlight or something like that today. But yeah, very different across the board there. Just again, it's my birthday. I'm looking for a recommendation. Appreciate you. And yeah, bye.
Hey. Happy birthday to Kyle. That was a good one. I really lucked out with that one. Happy birthday, Kyle. Honored to have you here on your birthday. I'm sorry that you're snowed in. Much love to all my Michigan peeps. Interesting. Okay, so something lighthearted, something lighthearted, something sweet, something funny. Kind of in the vein of the Coen Brothers. I don't know if this is like this is on the mind just because of The fact that we just... Oh, you know what? This would be a good rec. No, this would be a good rec. I am going to recommend you not the Coen Brothers Lady Killers, but the original Lady Killers out of the UK. I know everybody... Well, I can't recommend Everybody Wants Them. I haven't seen it. The Coen Brothers remade this film. It's not nearly as good. The OG is a classic, like, crime comedy situation about these guys who stay in this landlady's home as they posing as a classical music troupe, and they're like using it to, I think, rob. I'm foggy on it. I think they're planning to rob her house, or rob somewhere else. Point is, they have this nasty plot planned, and they have to stay in this old lady's home, and it's really funny. Some great British humor. Looks pretty nice, not gonna lie. And it's got all of like the Coenisms that you like without even being a Coen movie. So I would definitely recommend The Lady Killers from, I think, like the 1950s, I want to say. Really good film and really funny film. You're probably going to like it. But happy birthday, Kyle. Hope you have a great birthday. As far as like, I mean, maybe you don't want to watch that on your birthday now that I think about it. Like, I don't know if that's a great birthday movie. It's a really good movie. But if you're looking for something more more like lighthearted, I guess, for your birthday. I don't want to recommend a Coen Brother movie, but that's like exactly what you're looking for, it sounds like. I would go with shoot. Try Ishtar by Elaine May. Okay, next one. Let's see. Something. Let's try this one.
Hi, Karsten. I have a little bit of a cold, but I am fulfilling your woman quota for
There we
the
go.
stream.
There we
I
go.
know that the first time didn't go so hot. My top 4 films are Kiki's Delivery Service, The Shape of Water, Only Lovers Left Alive, and, oh God, what was the other one? Oh no. Oh God. Well, the question was, should I watch Bottoms? And if I shouldn't watch Bottoms, what movie should I watch? Oh, the other one was probably The Matrix. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. Whatever. Love the stream. Love your content. Thank you so much. Have a good rest of your night. Bye-bye.
It's nice to meet you. Thank you for calling in. Finally a woman. Like, I hate to say it, I will come up with a better recommendation than this, but you're literally looking for Blade. You're literally Only Lovers Left Alive plus The Matrix, and plus you were kind of looking for something campy, it sounds like, because you brought up Bottoms. Like, you're literally looking for Blade, but I'm not going to recommend Blade because that would be a boring rec, all things considered. Interesting. This is Kiki's Delivery Service is kind of just thrown in there. I don't know how to work with that. Also, Shape of Water, which is like Guillermo del Toro Blade adjacent. Okay, this is good. This is very good. I don't know why I do want to recommend you an animated movie, so I'm getting somewhere there. Because you clearly like a sense of whimsy based on Shape of Water and Kiki's Delivery Service. Thinking, oh, you know what? You seem like you want a mix of something a bit darker, something a bit more intense, but with the same kind of like whimsy that, you know, makes you feel comforted. First of all, you should watch Bottoms to answer that question. But if you're not going to watch Bottoms, I would recommend Tokyo Godfathers, the Satoshi Kon movie. It has this kind of like otherworldly dystopian feel, but wrapped up in a Christmas film that is not really like a cozy Christmas movie, but a Christmas movie nonetheless. I think based on like the kinds of very committed atmospheres you're into, I think you would at least appreciate Tokyo Godfathers. I go with that Satoshi Kon movie over the other Satoshi Kon movies because it's a bit more on the lighthearted side of things, but I think you should give it a chance. Nice to meet you. Thanks for calling in. Let's see. Okay. So just so you guys know, I'm going to line this one up for you based on the transcript. When you call this number, you hear me first, and I go, hey, if you want a film recommendation, leave a voicemail telling me your top 4 favorites and just in general what you're looking for. That's about it. So this person left this voicemail.
I don't want to do that.
Thanks for calling in. Okay, next one. Okay. This one looks interesting.
Hi, Karst. I'm using the downtime to call in. I love movies where they make you think more after the fact, regardless of how enjoyable they are while you watch them. My favorite 4 is Frances Ha, Dog Day Afternoon, I'm Thinking of Ending Things, and When Harry Met Sally. All right, good luck with your evil stream.
Thank you. It's I don't know if I would describe this week's stream as evil, but it's something far worse based on how it's been going so far. Thank you for calling in. That's a pretty heady top 4 here. Frances Ha, not super heady, but like certainly, emotionally strong. Dog Day Afternoon, also kind of in a similar way. I'm Thinking of Ending Things. Now that's heavy. And then When Harry Met Sally. First of all, goated top 4. Love all 4 of these movies. Great picks. Great to see I'm Thinking of Ending Things like make the top 4 too. As far as a new movie to add, you're looking for something that makes you think more after the fact, regardless of how enjoyable they are while you watch them. You're in the right vein with Charlie Kaufman. If you haven't seen Anomalisa, you're gonna love Anomalisa, but I'm gonna safely assume you've already seen it based on this. As far as what else is out there, I think this is a nice watch. This is an enjoyable one, and it may seem like, oh, that's it, but it's going to really stick with you after the fact. I'm talking about 3 Women by Robert Altman. It is a heady watch. It's stylistically very strong. It's a great, probably one of like the greatest Shelley Duvall performances. I will say an amazing Sissy Spacek performance. Very like psychologically complex, kind of a dreamy watch, beautifully directed by Robert Altman, one of his most celebrated of all time. It reminds me of a lot of I'm Thinking of Ending Things in a lot of ways, but it kind of has the like intensity of Dog Day Afternoon, but the attention to character that Frances Ha has, and I don't really know how it fits next to When Harry Met Sally. But I think you would like 3 Women. Check it out. I just crashed my car. I hope that's not true. Okay, let's do one more. Cap it off there. Let's try this one.
Yo, what's going on? So I love films where it's mostly dialogue, but it keeps you very invested. So things like Aaron Sorkin-esque writing,
for sure.
Or something like Spotlight. I love The Big
that.
Short, The Social Network, Steve Jobs, something like that. And something still like kind of dramatic, mysterious, like David Lynch type. So kind of like, honestly, The Social Network or Zodiac, something of that nature, kind of that vibe of film where the dialogue kind of gets you through it, but keeps you at the edge of your seat the whole way. All right, thank you, man. Love your stuff.
Thank you for calling in. That's like you're scratching the same itch that I go crazy for. I love like movies where it is like very dialogue heavy, but then it like introduces supernatural elements, like, and can blend those two styles, which are like on polar opposite sides of the spectrum. Like that's the good shit, man. That's the best. I love it. it's you've hit a lot of the hits. Like Zodiac is probably like the number one example I would think of. But as far as like other wordy films, I mean the classic is All the President's Men. It paved the way for a lot of these films. A lot of people compare it to Spotlight. I don't think you mentioned Spotlight now that I think about it, but like All the President's Men. Oh, you know what? It's maybe not, it's kind of wordy, but Michael Clayton, if you haven't seen it, is like, it belongs in the category of film that you are describing, like the kind of stuff that you really go crazy for. Fantastic George Clooney performance. Has a really great, subtle, and intentional use of surrealism within its pretty wordy script. Like it's a movie that could work as a play, but is like, it's built for the screen. And it might, is it a play? I could be wrong. It might already be a play. But All the President's Men or Michael Clayton feel really up your alley. I took me a while to get around to Michael Clayton, and I regret not getting around to it sooner. So I would check it out. I think you would really get down with it. I'm gonna do one more. Some of these transcripts aren't available. I don't know why. I also like leaning towards longer ones. I like to get a bit more of an in-depth request. Let's see. Okay, like this one looks good. Let's run this.
Hey. Hi.
Hey.
Okay, my 4 favorite movies are Lord of the Rings, Punch Drunk Love, Magnolia, and Stand By Me. And I've been watching your channel since I was like 15.
Damn.
I'm watching your stream right now. When it was cutting out and you were just sitting there and the screen was black, I thought you died. Hope you're doing good, man. I love you.
You thought I died, man? I thought you were laughing, but now it sounds like you're crying, and I kind of believe that you're crying.
Trying to think of what else to say. I'm from Alaska. I'm a projectionist at a movie theater in Alaska.
Cool. That's cool.
Have a good one, Karsten. I love you, man.
Man, that felt weirdly emotional. That one felt emotional. Well, shout out to Alaska. Dude, I don't think I've ever met anyone from Alaska, let alone a projectionist from Alaska. That's kind of sick. What is the Alaskan film scene like? I gotta wonder. I didn't die, by the way. I made it. That guy's mentally at my funeral. I mean, yeah, Okay, shoot. I don't even think I got much of like what you were looking for film-wise there. Okay, your 4 favorites are Lord of the Rings, Punch Drunk Love, Magnolia, and Stand By Me. All very different movies, aside from the fact that 2 of them are directed by PTA. I guess you could say something like Stand By Me and Magnolia are after bigger themes of like what are we doing on this rock, you know? So I think you're looking for something a little existential based on what you're giving me. Punch Drunk Love, I mean, that's its own beast entirely. Lord of the Rings, you're putting me into a whole nother direction. So as far as I want to give you something big, not just something that like explores those themes, but something that feels like huge, like life-changing or even life-affirming. I don't know if this is that movie. Some people might read it differently, but if you haven't seen Melancholia, that seems like your vibe. This is the second time I've recommended a Lars von Trier movie on the stream. So maybe I should slow down a bit there. It's Such a Beautiful Day is not a bad one either, but that feels a little too specific. Melancholia seems like the kind of thing that like you might really enjoy. As far as what else there is, Truman Show, maybe, yeah. There's got to be something. This guy seems a bit like he's down for something a bit darker. Not that these are like necessarily dark movies, but just giving the vibe, I'm like, this is someone in the need of a good cry, especially in light of my death. I think apparently. Let's see. Fuck. You've definitely seen Arrival. This is a tough one, man. You're all over the place here, but that's not a bad thing. I'm gonna lock in Melancholia. I think you would like it. Not the worst person in the world, no. Oh man, it's at like the tip of my tongue. What I want. Fuck. I'll lock in Melancholia. I think you'd like it. I hope you like it. We should do one more. We haven't been streaming for that long. No, you're right. We really should. I know today's stream is gonna get cut short. But let's do one more. We got voicemails, man. We might as well use them. Okay, let's lock this one in.
Hello. 4 favorite films are Twin Peaks: The Return, Moonlight, Hard Boiled, and All That Jazz. Anything related to those would be appreciated. Thank you.
Okay, another big top 4. Twin Peaks: The Return, I'm like, I don't even know where to go with that. That's not even really a movie in my opinion. But Moonlight, classic. Hard Boiled, a classic. All That Jazz. I mean, these are all 5s in my book. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, we're kind of looking for a similar thing here as far as like big movies about death. I mean, I'm just thinking about All That Jazz specifically. I guess like I could lean away from that. I don't need to read too hard into that. I could look into Moonlight, Hard Boiled. I mean, that one of those is one of the greatest action movies of all time. One of them is like an incredible character-driven indie drama. So it's again, it's hard to find common ground amongst all of these. But that said, I mean, honestly, this is maybe not you've already seen it. You have already seen it. So I'm not about to recommend Everything Everywhere All at Once because I know you've seen it already. But it's something like that. It's a movie like that where there's like a little bit of everything. Everything Everywhere All at Once is what you're looking for. But the movie that's not Everything Everywhere All at Once, but has the vibe of that, would be oh, you know what? Check out Tampopo. That's not on the same wavelength as Everything Everywhere, don't get me wrong. But it has the same kind of like, there's a little bit of something for everyone in there. And if you haven't seen it, that's crazy to me. It's a must-see for anyone who's into film. This goes out to the whole chat. Definitely check out Tampopo. I can tell by your taste that you would definitely love it. Okay. I'm gonna keep going. I'm kind of into this. We'll run this one. I think I'll make this the last one though. That said, I think I gotta cut it off at some point. Let's go.
Hi, my boyfriend and I love your videos.
Love your videos, Carson.
And then this is our top 4. We have Black Swan, Perfect Blue, The Prestige, and Grand Budapest Hotel. And we're looking for something that's like cinematic with like a unique personality to it. Something life-changing.
Mm-hmm. Something life-changing. Okay. We have, first of all, thanks for calling. Nice to meet you too. We have Black Swan and Perfect Blue. Same movie, by the way. We are in the presence of 2 movies that are the exact same. Prestige and Grand Budapest Hotel. A bit different. I like the cinematic thing. So something big, something that feels grand, but with a unique personality. I like that. That's tough though. I'm gonna lean something in the psychological horror realm based on your love for Black Swan and Perfect Blue. I'm tempted to go Vox Lux, as that also feels adjacent to those. But I don't know if Vox... I mean, it certainly has a unique personality, and it's definitely very cinematic. So maybe Vox Lux is a really good answer. But I'm going to give you one more because that doesn't feel entirely right. But bookmark that. On top of that, I would go with a unique personality. I mean, truthfully, you guys are looking for all that jazz. Like, not to piggyback off the last caller, but all that jazz is kind of exactly what you're looking for. It's very cinematic. It has a really unique personality. It feels like it's not like overly grim, which is something I really like about it. Like there is just a lot of playfulness there. It's very fun. Until it's not. But Suspiria, I don't know if I mean, maybe this is because I'm not the biggest Suspiria lover, but I don't know if that's what they're looking for. Or Far From Home. These are like, they don't feel as grand as what they're looking for. I think I want to lock in Vox Lux and all that jazz. A lot of interesting letters in that recommendation. We got a Z, we got a V, we got an X. I mean, come on. I think I'm going to call it there. But if I didn't get around to you, we might get around to you next week. You never know. We have a lot to go through. So tune in next week. Okay. So, oh my God, it's red. How long has it been red? Seeing as though this stream has been a bit of a disaster tech-wise, I think I'm going to call it because I'm not able to play any games. And that's kind of what I was banking on today. I literally was like, today's going to be a chill day. Today's going to be game day. And instead I don't even know what this was. But guys, next week's movie is Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, which I'm really excited for. That's going to be a fun one. I think that's going to do though. Thanks for tuning into this. Thanks for putting up with me. Sticking through it. We are skipping the weekly box this week. Yeah, this was fun. If you're not a part of the Discord, consider joining the Discord at the link in the description. I think that's going to do. Okay. We'll try to do, if we can figure out the internet, I would happily do Fortnite next week, but I don't know. I'm going to call it. Thanks guys. Bye-bye.